Hey there, so in this video, we're gonna have an honest conversation about why getting rich quick is actually a red flag for your agency, and while all the coaches and consultants in the done-for-you marketing agency space today, talk about closing as much sales as you can within a short period of time, I'm gonna show you why that's actually not the best path forward, and why slowing down and being methodical about the growth of your agency is actually the most optimal path. Now, before we dive in, my name is Franbeau. I am one of the co-founders of Agency Rocket Fuel. And we made this channel because a lot of business people, especially in the marketing agency space, are burned out, they're tired, they're exhausted, and we don't want you to be one of them. We want you to enjoy the business that you create, enjoy, the longevity of an agency business, and actually just enjoy life, right? And so without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Now, in 2021, I was fortunate enough to meet two of our longest clients in California. And so we hung out over lunch and, I was able to ask them a couple of questions about the growth of their agency. Now, to give you some context, these are two agency owners that are in the medical industry, medical spa industry, and also the chiropractor industry. And so what they do is they run paid advertising for these clients to generate them leads and appointments. And right now they both do around $90,000 to $100,000 per month in their agency. One of them actually has an office in San Diego. And the cool thing about this is they have a very lean team. For both of them, I believe they only have 4 or 5 team members, and that's it, right? They don't have a 30-person team, and the profit margins are really high on those businesses. Now, I say that not to impress you, but to impress upon you that it is possible to grow a business to 6 figures per month with a very lean team, but that it does not happen overnight. And the sad reality is, in the coaching space, there's a lot of programs out there that are actually very good, but they market their programs in a way where they can get you to, let's say, 6 figures per month, 50K a month, 100K per month in your agency in less than 6 months. Now, I'm not saying that it's not possible. It's 100% possible. I've seen people do it. But what they don't show you is that they could possibly hit that amount in 1 month or 2 months. But then the reality is they drop back down 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the road. And it's not sustainable, because while you're doing your best, right, and you're getting the adrenaline that comes from growing an agency and hitting sales targets, the reality for done-for-you marketing agencies is that we're in a service-based business model. And so what that means is even after we make the sale, we still need to deliver results. We still need to fulfill for clients. And there's still a ton of work that needs to be done in order to retain those clients, because we work on performance, right? Even though clients pay us on retainer, sure, they might pay you on a 3-month contract. Maybe they pay you $9,000, $12,000, $20,000, whatever that is. But if you don't get them the results that you promised for, either you're going to have to refund them, you're going to have a bad review, or they're not going to retain as a client. And so you're going to struggle with your monthly recurring revenue. And that is the unfortunate reality that a lot of people that are new in the space don't get, right? They see the Stripe screenshots, they see the bank accounts of people that have quote unquote made it. And so they jump in because unfortunately in the agency space, it's pretty easy to get in here, right? But they fail to realize that they need to get results for clients. And this is what happened with two of our longest clients, right? They came in, they started getting sales. I believe in their first 90 days, they were both able to get to $20,000 to $30,000 a month. And they were happy. They have cash in the bank and all that. But, after making the sale, they had to onboard clients. They had to fulfill clients. They had to, stay updated with Facebook, YouTube, Google ads, making sure that they're compliant with all the ads. And if there are any changes like iOS changes, then they're able to shift their strategy around that. That's something that they did not see ahead of time. And because of that, there was added work that they had to do, right? Instead of just selling, now they had to become an account manager. They had to become a media buyer. They had to become a copywriter and a tech wizard, right? To integrate all the funnels and all the ads using Zapier and, all the other automation tools out there. And that's an extra 5, 6, 7 hours a day if you don't have the right systems, okay? Now, What I would suggest, right, and this is what two of our clients have done, and I'm fortunate enough to have been able to help them in the last 2 years, get this structure in place. What I would suggest is divide your quarters, right, in a year, there are 4 quarters, divide your quarters into seasons. There is a season for growth, and there's a season for stability. When you're in a season of growth, you're thinking of sales, marketing, partnerships. You're just thinking of growing your revenues. That's all you're doing, growing your revenues. However, every season of growth is always followed by a season of stability. Stability means getting your systems in place, streamlining your workflows, making sure that you're getting results for clients and you're improving on those results, making sure that you're profitable and you're trimming out the fat in your business and becoming a lean agency model, and just making sure that the business is stabilized for another season of growth. And what ends up happening if you don't really plan for that season of stability is that you're going to grow for 1 quarter, 2 quarters, and then when the 3rd quarter comes, you can't even open the floodgates of sales because you or your team are going to be bogged down in operations and fulfillment with all the fires burning. Your team member doesn't know what to do, so they have to message you and ping you. A client is upset and you don't have proper account management procedures, and so they're going to send you an email and they're angry and they're flustered, and they're going to threaten you with a refund or even a lawsuit or whatever. Well, that's the worst case scenario, but not, it does happen. But again, the point here is the season of stability is a season where you have to let go of the need to grow your business. You can coast by, right? You can coast by with, let's say you were making 30K a month on average on the season of growth. You don't have to get to 60K a month in the next quarter. Okay, you don't have to. What you can do is just coast at 30, maybe 35K a month, and then focus on building systems, SOPs, hiring team members, training team members, getting them acquainted with the new stage of growth that you're in. And once you're done with that for that quarter, then you can start growing again. And this is the exact strategy that our clients are taking, right? Instead of them just focusing on growing 2x every quarter, right? They're planning their quarters with a season of growth and a season of stability. And so instead of them going from 30K a month to 100K a month in 90 days and only to drop back down to 20K a month after that, which I have seen happen, and not just happen, it's not just bad for the business, but it's also bad for their families because they're working long hours. They can't be present with their families during dinner time. They're missing events, and it's just an all around bad situation. And so instead of that happening, you start at 30K a month, okay? And then for the 2nd quarter, you maybe coast around 30 to 35K. You don't sell too much. You just focus on whatever you can take on. You even have to turn away clients and they will understand. And then the next quarter, okay, you can start pushing for 50K, 60K months, okay? And then once you've stabilized that revenue level, then you can start focusing on stabilizing that again. So then the next quarter you can grow after that. And that's just a much better, because again, what I realized is if you're really in this for the long term, right, there's no rush. There's no need for you to have to grow. There's no need for you to have to grow. And that is one thing that a lot of our clients, unfortunately, didn't realize early on, right? They thought they had to grow within 1 year time or they would become a failure. It's just not true. The very best agencies that I know that have been around for a long time, they understand that this is a long game. And I've seen a lot of agencies just close down shop because, and they're very good people, by the way, but it's unfortunate because, they were posting screenshots, them making 30K, 60K, 90K, even 150K a month. But then, a year later, I chat with them and, they're working at another agency now. They had to close down their agency because the work was just too much and they couldn't handle the amount of work that was coming. And I hope that's not you. I hope that is not the case for you in your future. And the only way for you to realistically avoid that is to understand these 2 seasons, a season of growth and a season of stability, and having the humility to just, sit down, build systems, build SOPs, create a team when you're in that season of stability. Again, there's no need to rush. You have all the time in the world. Use that time wisely. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions about the season of growth, the season of stability, or any questions whatsoever about growing your agency, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.